Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades. We're going to be running the aspect of Demeter using the Zeus keepsake. This is going to be our heat setup, some jury summons to farm more gold, 2 levels of extreme measures, and 1 level of tight deadline. The gauntlets, honestly the aspect of Zagreus so far has been my favorite because we can stack a whole bunch of dodge chance.
Hark, young man, for I've a vision I must share with you. A waking phrase for exegryph, to be precise. Please beseech the weapon thus. I see your prideful fall down from the heavens to the flames. An odd connection to a past or future bearer, apparently one who defied a god.
Alright, looks like we're getting the aspect of Lucifer.
I see your prideful fall down from the heavens to the flames.
Now I was hoping for a higher level attack boon, but we're going to go running the Zeus attack on this build and just go from there. Because Zeus's attack is pretty great on the... Oh, there was a fish. Zeus's attack is pretty darn great on the gauntlets because there's so many attacks that come off so rapidly. The damage stacks up pretty quickly, and then all you need is to get maybe his legendary and one other boon, and you're good. We'll take the HP because tankiness is probably what matters most on a very close range melee build. The other nice thing about the gauntlets is they really have no bad hammers, or there are very few hammers that are entirely don't work well with them. So they're a very strong overall weapon. Now, I don't think I'll take Erebus. Poseidon could be really good if we got his dash, but can't give up an early hammer. I want that early hammer because that could honestly make the run even more than one Poseidon boon that we probably won't use fully. Like it'll scale into the late game, I'm sure, but right now I don't feel like it would do much. The gauntlets are even more fun once you start stacking up dashes because you can just dash strike all over the place. Dash upper deals 100% damage in an area. Your dash strike deals 60% damage added to attack sequence. Your dash strike pierces foes and deals 900% damage to armor. That could be really good, but we've never gotten explosive upper. And since we are running the aspect as Demeter, that could actually be really good for us. Assuming all of the attacks hit the way it was described. I'm not sure it does. We'll have to experiment and see. Let's try. I don't know. I'm honestly getting hit more just trying to use the special because my brain can't process how to use it properly. That's not great. Oh hey, Poseidon still showed up. Fantastic. If I recall, Poseidon and Zeus's duo is pretty great. I think it makes it so whenever you hit someone with a Poseidon boon, you also spawn a lightning bolt from Zeus. Maybe that's good, I can't really tell.
Back to dust.
Oh well. Once again, we're just trying to fill off the prophecy list, so what does it matter if I get one bad hammer?
My oceans, they are filled with danger, not just water, little Hades. Any of the dead you face, they met their mortal end at sea and not on land.
Let's see. There's his dash. Yeah, I guess I'll just take his dash. Do I want this HP? Yeah, I'll take it. Demeter or more Poseidon? More Poseidon, please, good sir. Alright, we got the sneak.
It's that damn wretched sneak.
Yeah, our damage is pretty solid right now. I am face tanking a ton of damage, though.
You stab me, I stab you.
It's a very healthy relationship. Boons with knockaway effect also rupture foes. We probably want that, but this epic boon does look kind of juicy. Your boons with knockaway effects deal bonus damage to bosses plus 40%. I mean, that's only our dash right now. I think we take Razor Shoals and start working on getting jolted from Zeus so that we can hopefully get status privilege going as early as possible. I could definitely use a good Hermes boon to try and get myself some more dashes because I feel like I am very prone to dashing wantonly to just reset my attack combo, and that does predispose me to more damage than is strictly ideal, because, I mean, I'm using up my one defensive option when I dash. I am finding the Poseidon dash maybe not working the best for this build, just because I am ending up pushing enemies out of my range for the punches. On the bright side, we're getting a pomegranate here that I will pretty much guaranteed to get an upgrade on the attack, which is good for us. Right now it only does 10 damage. If we can get a good Eurydice, we might be able to upgrade it to a higher rarity, and that will certainly benefit its damage too. Or if we just roll for Demeter, we could get rare crop and upgrade it potentially, which would also be pretty good.
Delicious.
Or more damage on the attack, but it happens pretty rapidly. We'll take another palm. I don't think there's anything from the shop that I could necessarily afford except for a mystery boon. And it's probably better. That was the mid shop anyway, so we'll be offered another shop soon enough. Just let them pop from the trap. I wonder if the game tallies how many trap kills you've got. There's probably an achievement for it, I imagine. The nice thing about the Zeus attack is it does basically it makes you suddenly have pretty solid AoE on this for your attacks. Alright, another attack, 3 more damage, cool. And now we're just gonna get a little bit of HP, but most importantly some darkness. Yeah, he had armor, so he was able to get his dash off despite everything. We're getting a lot of damage numbers in, so... Ooh, okay, so maybe Aspect of Demeter does work really well with that boon. It's a pretty sizable amount of burst damage. Biggest downside to it, I would argue, though, is the fact that it's much harder to dodge when you're using your special because it's a very long animation. So you do have to be mindful of the timing. Ooh, this is a beautiful room for us, a Zeus and Poseidon trial room. We'll take Poseidon first because Zeus is easier to deal with for me. Special, cast, or deal more damage from slamming foes into barriers. Okay, Typhoon's Fury it is.
It's high tide.
It isn't wise to go against me, nephew, both in matters large and small. I'm not known for being charitable to the insolent.
Unless we beat up all your champions and then you're like, well, okay, I guess I forgive you for now. I feel like that does pretty decent damage. I just have to remember to use it. And it's pretty easy to use it because you're constantly charging up Demeter stacks. Oh. We do need a good special boon. I might honestly take Poseidon's special, because I feel like with everything that we're like stacking up at this point, that will be pretty strong.
Ah, very well. Good show, young man. And I think I shall let you off the hook and take you back under my wing for now.
Alright, what have you got? Special, cast, or Jolted. There we go. Static Discharge Jolted. It's the lowest ranking Jolted, so it's not the most amazing, but it's still pretty solid. Let's see, any more Zeus or Poseidon for me? A Hermes boon this early into the run, I'll take it.
Doing business.
Special, faster, greater evasion. I think I'll take greater haste, because we might be able to get whatever the boon that makes you scale with movement speed. Your damage, specifically.
You know, I thought you'd say that, Charon, mate, but I insist you take it and enjoy, all right?
Well said, Charon.
Oh, I'm just fine. Thank you for asking, mate.
Alright, let's go ahead and pop Meg.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
Ready, sisters. What's the matter, Zagreus? You look a bit uncomfortable. Something you want to say to me? Or any one of us?
I love you.
Well, it's just... There's something that I wanted to discuss with you at some point, Meg, but after more consideration, I'm thinking maybe now is not the time.
I understand entirely. Though you should know my sisters and I keep no secrets from each other anymore. Isn't that right, sisters?
Here, have a cast gem.
Come closer, Zagreus.
Alright, let's see how much this dash upper does to her.
You asked for this.
400 damage, not bad. I don't think it out DP me. You know, it does actually out DPS our other attacks, so I guess it's worth using periodically. Punch her minion while I'm waiting for her. We've got pretty darn solid DPS. That Zeus, like I know in my other run I commented on how like Zeus's 4 boons don't feel like they do a lot of damage. But that's particularly on slow attacking boons. I think the reason why they have such a low base damage is because on the higher attack speed weapons, they are just incredibly potent.
You withstood the combined might of the Furies.
Moving on.
So I guess
Maybe I should switch.
I could take Poseidon's keepsake here and just force another Poseidon in the next floor, and I think I'll do that honestly. That sounds pretty good for us. The odds of me getting Eurydice on the attack though, how likely is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a It's a 33% chance. It's not amazing, but it could work. It could happen. But that's only assuming we don't get offered any further boons on the next floor before we find Eurydice, and if we find Eurydice at all. So we'll see. It would be nice if they were kind of more consistently showing up, but I understand why not. That would kind of defeat the purpose of a roguelite if you could predict what's going to show up on each floor.
Through all that, the way to the surface.
We'll gladly take the chaos over a pomegranate here. Hopefully we'll get offered something for the attack, or... Well, yeah, the attack or the dash strike would be great here. Oh, you know what? Here, chaos, have a nectar.
Master Chaos, forebear of the gods, it is an honor to have met you. Please accept this gift.
Seldom do mortals or immortals think of making offerings to me. As I do not expect such token gestures, I am very much amused, and I accept. I was at times uncharitable with the goddess Nyx when we were closer long ago. After she bore her first children, I nevertheless expected her attention to remain undivided. I kept creating. When finally I slowed, I realized my mistake, but our connection had been severed by that point.
Parental expectations on both sides can be rough when you realize you've messed up. Alright, don't care about casting. More foes but better boons sounds kinda good. I mean, we're almost at the point where we have everything we want aside from the legendary and duo boons. So I think I'll take Caustic Affluence. For the next 4 encounters, slain foes toss an Inferno Bomb at you, afterward gain 30% more coin.
Let's see how this goes.
We'll take the Nectar here. Hopefully it lands on the attack, but it doesn't particularly matter if it does or doesn't, I suppose. Here, oh, we've already got status privilege because we've got the combination of Rupture and Jolted now, which is pretty great. Like, yeah, the one downside to this build is the Poseidon Dash definitely pushes enemies outside of my range, so I could really, if I could get the hammer that gives us the attack range up, that would work beautifully with this build. Hey, more Poseidon. Alright, Poseidon, give us your duo or your legendary. I will appreciate either.
I know that toll.
I don't think we've ever seen Poseidon's legendary.
Zagreus. Hope you don't mind if I cut in here, Zagreus.
Haha, cut. Because he has a scythe. Get it?
Who wants to be the first to die?
Not it.
Not me. Next. Stay dead.
Alright, let's pop this guy. Whoop, bam.
Die.
That does do actually a pretty hefty amount of damage, not gonna lie. Feels kind of good. I like how they all just jumped out of his nope circle.
Seriously, Zag?
Uncle Poseidon.
Drove them back.
Alright. Okay, here we go. Wave pounding. Your boons with knockaway effects deal 20% more damage to the boss. Okay.
Got more of them than I did, huh?
We're just going to be stacking up all the Poseidon and Zeus, I guess.
He's off.
Who's offered? Poseidon? Another Poseidon boon. Excellent. And this is a mini-boss, so we have a pretty good chance of getting something good out of this. We'll see. Ah, my favorite mini-boss. But they didn't hear about my crazy burst damage. Well, I dashed right into that one. Not much I can do about that, other than play better next time.
Coming right up.
You thought you could drop a rock on me, but I instead dropped a rock on you. Oh, how the tables have turntabled.
Olympus, I accept this message.
And there it is. Second wave. Your boons with knockaway effects shove foes multiple times with an additional single knockaway. It's going to make it even harder for us to hit our attack. But we're pretty Poseidoned up. Maybe I just go all in on the dash and just do a really silly Poseidon dash build. It does sound kind of funny.
Bone rakers.
I just need more dashes then. Yeah, look at them just get knocked away. It's pretty funny. I don't even have to attack anymore, Kiwi. Yeah, I bet if we get Poseidon's special, we'll have a lot of damage, but I'm not going to take it over some of the other boons that could be offered. Like, there are still some boons I'd rather. Honestly, maybe even Sunken Treasure or whatever his other boon that makes him give you more resources. Since I am trying to stack them up after all.
Chaos has expired.
And there's Zeus. Oh my goodness, we are just getting spoon-fed the two gods I want to see most. I am not complaining. Alright, so we're looking for either an AoE or double strike increase. Let's see. Zeus's Call would be decent. I honestly think I'm going to reroll here and see what else I can get. None of these are super appealing to me.
What else we got?
Nothing. Alright, I don't want his cast, I don't want his special. I guess I'll just take Heaven's Vengeance then? Oh well.
The Thunder God's might.
Well, it's one less boon that I will be offered later, which means that the pool is getting ever smaller for the options that we'll want to take. A random god or a pomegranate? I think I'll go for the random god, honestly.
This is for you.
Sure, we'll take Urge to Kill. Your attack, special, and cast deal more damage. 10% more to each.
Moving right along.
That's pretty decent for us. It'd be fun if there were any boons that upgraded just your dash damage.
Why must we always fight like this, Lerny?
Like, I mean, aside from the obvious, like, the boons that make the dash deal damage sort of thing. Our DBS feels pretty solid. Goodbye, heads. I appear to be on fire. That's funny, that skeleton, or I forget what whatever this bloodless is called. I know like the skeletons in this game have like a lump categorization of bloodless as their like title, but that one was like he jumped out of the way and then immediately got hit by a second wave and went back into the lava after just jumping out of it. Man, if they clump together like that, they just get demolished. I keep dashing away instead of dashing in. Oops. This is fine. And whoop bam. It's kind of crazy how strong this build feels with really just
What you get.
largely just Zeus's mainly Zeus's attack kind of carrying the damage here. There are little bits everywhere, but those are really the main things. All right, let's go back to charging up the bone hourglass because I anticipate I'm going to use it a lot. You know what? I should take distant memory. Deal 10% damage to distant foes. You know, the foes that I have to be in melee distance to damage. I don't think it's worth risking an Infernal Trove. I'm not going to get it. We are pretty lacking in coin to afford anything in sticks. So I might start working on trying to save up for that now that especially since I took the Chaos Boon to help me get more coin, I've just not really been offered many options for it. Like, obviously, if I see Zeus, I see Poseidon, I'm going to take their rooms, but I might honestly choose coin over another God Boon. I have to say, we're making much better time than the last run. Alright, we'll take, like I said, I'll take the coin here just for the sake of getting better odds of being able to afford the, if not the Titan Blood, at least a bunch more Zeus and Poseidon boons, you know? I have to remember there's a fish, because I do want the fish. Did you see that guy just get, like, launched across the map there? That is a combination of him trying to dodge away from me and then also just double wave activating. It's what a weird ability. It synergizes really well with Poseidon's boons because of how it works. Like all of Poseidon's boons knock enemies away, and if they land into a wall or a barrier, like a pillar or something, some sort of like solid object that has collision, they take damage. And so they'll take damage once, they'll bounce off the wall, and then they'll get bounced back into it a second time and take more, to my understanding. That's how that works, at least. Ooh, okay, Hermes versus coin. In this instance, I will take Hermes because there is one particular boon we're hunting for that could be really good. And then if we get a second dash, that could also be really good for us. So for multiple reasons, I think Hermes is more fun. Even if this does, but if we're 100 coins short of being able to afford the Titan Blood, yeah, I'll regret my decision, but I think there's a reasonable chance we can still save enough up to get something fun, even if it's not the Titan Blood. Oh, these flame wheels. They'll always get me.
That's quite a nice bone hourglass you've got there, boss. So you're in good with my professional associate as well. A real gentleman.
Gentleman boatman. All right, one more dash. Okay, I could re-roll here. I mean, we want the extra dash. Oh well, I'll take it.
That's the stuff.
I said I wanted an extra dash and I got it. Okay, what do you got? Ooh, darkness, perfect. I
Remain exactly where you are.
probably would have preferred coin, but I'll take darkness too, because darkness is still just as fine. Wasted my special on that shielder. But they're pretty easy to get behind, so not super worried about not being able to do that. Oh, I didn't see him. Oh,
Useless.
there was a revenant hiding behind the chest that I almost missed, but my lightning jumped to him, and thankfully that killed it, or stopped it from regenerating. All right, we got a nice little chunk of darkness there, which I assume increased our max HP like it usually does. This is such a weird build. It's kind of an anti-synergy, to be honest, but it's fine. It's funny. And you know, sometimes anti-synergy builds are fun in their own right just for that. All we really need is the Zeus Poseidon duo boon, and then Zeus's legendary, and we are set, though. I also need to get better at using my special explosion properly.
My weapon's hidden talents.
Your special becomes a flying kick that deals 40 base damage twice. That could work. Your dash strike deals 60% damage added to attack sequence. Your special hold special for longer range and up to 100% base damage. Ooh, these are all kind of fun sounding, all of them. Like I said before, it's really hard to find a bad hammer option. I wonder if I can do that. Just make it really strong. I don't know, rush kick sounds funny. It's probably the worst option of the three, but I'm gonna do it. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's that sort of kick. Darn it! I thought it was like a dynamic entry, like flying, leaping, like kind of kick. Oh well. My brain interpreted it as I wanted. That's fine. I should have taken the charge up. Next time. I know for next time. Although I'll immediately forget because I rarely run this weapon, don't I? I mean, it's not a... I don't know what I'm asking by saying that. I don't really run this weapon very often. Alright, more coin. Athena. Didn't expect to see Athena here. Now, I could very well take her. Don't really need anything from her, though. Oh, her special would be pretty good. Yeah, her special would give us some decent damage, so sure, I'll take her.
Come forth and be swatted, deadly butterflies.
Just denying them their respawn real quick. That's fine. 2 of them respawn and we got the other 2. Oh, you know what? That makes it a lot easier to land my exploding special because the AoE is so much bigger. Alright, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
I'll keep my...
My warlike brother Ares reached you, didn't he? I've always found his conduct quite disturbing. At least it seems he's helping you for now.
For now. Until we piss him off with a trial. Okay, we have been offered her... Ooh, I could take her call. Her call would be really good, because I can just turn brain off and punch things, which is always a nice way to be. Yeah, we'll do that. Ares or a pomegranate? I mean, all of our damage is primarily coming from the attack or the dash. So I'll put it on the dash if I can, since I think we've already gotten... We're probably going to be getting pretty sizable diminishing returns on the attack at this point. We are seeing less and less of the Poseidon and Zeus that I would like, though. And adding more gods to the pool doesn't stop them from showing up elsewhere, but it does... I mean, no matter what, the game will force 4 gods on us, or it will try to make sure that we have at least 4 gods offered. So in Styx, if you enter Styx, to my understanding, and I may be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure if you enter Styx with only 2 gods worth of boons, they will still offer you 2 different gods beyond those 2. So you could still end up seeing gods that you haven't accepted yet, which is a shame. It would be fun if you could go a whole run with only seeing maybe like Zeus or just Poseidon, because their boons just scale with each other so well. Let's take the damage up on the dash. And another Poseidon, excellent. So it would be cool if they offered just that one god on
Thanks
sticks,
for
if that were the
being kind,
case.
I guess.
Let's see. Breaking wave. Slamming foes into barriers creates a watery blast in the area. I could re-roll this and hope for a duo or legendary, though. Oh, I got his legendary already, so a duo, I suppose. Kinda want to.
Something else.
Nothing. Oh well. I guess his special does more damage than Athena's at base. So I guess I'll take Tempest Flourish, I guess. Alright, we got Poseidon's special now. Do I want HP or a Palm? I've got a decent amount of HP and we still have all 3 Death Defiances. I'll take another Palm, see if I can get it on the dash again, because I might go full meme mord against against Hades with Poseidon.
No chance.
I'm killing them with the dash. That's funny. Oh, I'm getting killed by dashing into them too, so what do I know? It was kind of funny to see that happen, though. This is kind of fun, Kiwi, not gonna lie. Like, I'm taking a ton of damage for it. I still think it's worth it.
Almost finished with these.
Bounce. I think at this point, honestly, I think all the boons I've stacked from Poseidon are actually doing more damage than anything else. Oh, you know what? I should use this so that I can just face tank these things. I forgot I had Athena's Call. That one hit me. I'm not sure.
Of Olympus.
Let's see. Boons with knockaway effects also rupture, dealing 21 every 0.2 seconds. That could be pretty solid. These are all actually pretty decent options. Like a flat 8% damage. I think because of how silly I'm going to take that one. 8% more damage on the dash against Hades potentially. And we'll gladly take a guaranteed Poseidon here. All right, Poseidon, give us your duo.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Nope. Hydraulic might. Pardon me, I seem to be very phlegmy today. Huh. I could just go all in on Poseidon and take his attack here, but I don't think that's the move. I don't think that'll work very well for our build. So I guess I'll just take Hydraulic Might. More damage in the first 10 seconds doesn't sound bad on paper. And we do kill things pretty fast already as it is.
Come forth, blackguard, and be vanquished by my righteous spear.
You first, bud. Although I'm not using a spear. My spear is metaphorical, let's just say that. Jeez. Our special is doing 600 damage now. Oh, if you guys stand close together, that's great for me. Here, we'll just do this. I didn't actually see the damage number on that, but it must have been pretty high. Like, look, we are melting him. Like, I'm turning Brain off. I'm just going full damage here. I'm trying to save up as much as I can for Athena so I can just go full call and, like, actually, no, I'm gonna get hit here, so I'll just do this. And there we go, 1 bull down.
You struck down the bull.
1 down, 1 to go.
Just look at our DPS here. This is ridiculous, Kiwi. This doesn't feel as crazy because the screen isn't blowing up like it did with the fully stacked Zeus build, but I mean, it's still pretty wild. I'm just going to use Athena here and just safe spot him. We'll just spam Athena and then I'm just a free win.
Damn you!
Like, it feels like they didn't do anything against me there. That was a pretty strong run. Did I use a Death Defiance? I did not.
You are my biggest fan.
I think I forgot to visit my favorite shade in the last run, and I apologize for that. I think I was just a little tilted because the run was just going so poorly. Well,
It seems I had best prepare myself at this rate.
I shouldn't say poorly so much as slowly. I think I just saved my coin here. Anything to sell? Heaven's Vengeance. I don't particularly need it, but I don't think I want to part with it either because it's only 35 gold. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. Not buying anything from the well, so I'll let the... Oh, you know what? I could keep the hourglass here just to get it leveled up faster. Which keepsake do I really not see myself wanting to use that often? I mean, honestly... Myrmidon Bracer might actually be really good here because I'm going to be facing enemies. You know what? We'll take that. Yeah,
was Elysium.
because I'm mostly going to be facing at enemies to be punching them, and then I'm going to dash through them, so my back will face them for a brief bit, but then I dash back towards them. So I think overall that will be a net increase in my overall defenses, potentially, we'll see. And if not, at least Styx is kind of the place to run a keepsake if you're trying to level it up, because you can run all the chambers and just get a whole bunch of level, like room clears on it. There's a Zeus spoon over there. A quiet moment while Zagreus fishes in the bloody waters of the river Styx. And go.
Right there.
Got it.
Another stone wall?
So once again, if you get 3 bobs, then the 4th bob is guaranteed to be the hit. So you can always anticipate it after that. The other fun thing about the chambers of Styx is that Poseidon boons in particular are very effective because the chambers are so small. There's always, like, you're constantly going to be knocking things into places. Like, look at all the damage they're taking first from being slammed into barriers there. So we have 2 chances at rolling a good Poseidon boon, particularly the Poseidon duo with Zeus. I don't actually remember what his duo with Athena does, so I'm not exactly hoping to see that. It's not what I'm looking for. I mean, maybe it is good, but I can't remember, and the fact that it doesn't stand out to me makes me suspicious that it is not like a game-changing sort of thing. I do think I will run every chamber of Styx here. Yeah, I have the potential to like beat the speed of my Merciful End run. Like, there's a chance. But we'll have plenty of runs that'll be faster than this one, I'm sure. Maybe not plenty, but enough. We'll have enough runs that could be potentially faster. Where are you? There you are.
In the name of Hades.
Cast. None of these are really exciting. And there aren't going to be many traps that I'm going to contend with, so... I mean, it will protect me a little bit better from Styx. Failing Shot is just not an appealing... is not appealing to me. I've never seen much value in it. It might be good with, like, the Bulwark, like a Beowulf, aspect of Beowulf. I'll just take the flat 7% damage reduction, I think.
Enough of this place.
We've got 888 coin, we need 1200. Ooh, a mini boss room with coin in it. It sounds great for me, so I'll do that. They're just getting slapped across the room with all of my breaking wave effects. This is a very silly build to Kiwi, not gonna lie. I see the little glitter over there, so I know there is a... How did that rat hit me through everything, genuinely? Like, the shockwave of... It somehow evaded the shockwave of my dash. It must have, like, just spawned in as I was dashing to it. But I feel like our DPS is kind of wild on this build. It's kind of funny. Or it's not kind of, it is funny. If that snake stone hadn't spawned in, we would have killed it before I took the damage here. That was an unnecessary hit, but it's fine. And wow, we got a lot of coin. Okay, we can go ahead and buy that Titan Blood then, and hopefully we'll have enough saved up to afford that Zeus spoon as well. But I will prioritize the Titan Blood in this instance, just because it is so potentially significant for our long-term endeavors. Like, obviously it's a one on a long, slow grind to upgrade a weapon, but like I've proven with the other 4th aspects, like aspect of Guan Yu, aspect of Arthur, aspect of Rama, they feel really rough in their base forms, and you really do need to kind of upgrade them to feel the full power of them sometimes.
I can't.
And so we're obviously going to be running Lucifer in the next run because we just got it all. We got the godly passcode, if you will, to access it from Zeus in that pretty early on in the run, as it turns out. Which I think means we only have one more secret aspect to unlock for the gauntlets, which I believe is the aspect of Gilgamesh. And I do not, for the life of me, know how to unlock that. I think maybe Artemis who gives it to you, but I could be wrong. Either way, I don't think I ever really used that weapon very much. I mean, what happened in my original playthrough is once I found the weapons that worked for me, I was more focused on beating 32 heat. So I didn't experiment as much as I am in this one. Like this one, I am like, whenever I have the Dark Harvest on a specific weapon, I make a point of running that weapon.
Keep searching.
So it forces me to like play the full game, experience the full game. And honestly, it's kind of wild, but there's not a single weapon in this game that I inherently dislike. Like there are obviously weapons that I like more. There are aspects that I like more. Like we made a point of proving that the aspect of Arthur may not be my best weapon. But I don't necessarily dislike it. Oh, okay, maybe I do dislike it, but I think it'll be better once it certainly will be better once I upgrade it, I suppose. But like again, like all of the weapons are fun. They feel like they play extremely well, and I'm quite enjoying them. I think it's pretty obvious that the bow is objectively my best weapon. After that, probably the rail, then the gauntlets. Then I don't know where the sword is. Oh, and I forgot the shield. Okay, here's the satyr sack. Good. I would say my strongest weapon is the bow. Second strongest is is probably the rail still, I would say.
Now back to Cerberus.
Let's see. I think we'll take the jolted damage because we're going to be applying jolted constantly, and that's a lot of damage.
Bit of an aftertaste.
I still can't afford Zeus, so this is my final chance to be able to afford that Zeus boon. So we've got potentially 2 more chances to find the duo boon. Will we get it? All bets are off. What would be crazy is if we got the Zeus Poseidon duo and then Zeus's legendary. I have no rerolls, so I only have 3 chances, and it's only the base chance is not super high, but it is raised by the mirror boon we have, or the mirror benefit that makes our have a 10% increased chance, I think, to duos and legendaries popping up. We will see. All I know is everything around me is exploding in a blaze of glory. All right, we need just a little bit more gold and we'll be able to afford that Zeus boon. So I think it's going to happen. These guys should definitely drop enough gold for that. I'm just going to let that one fill itself with jolted. Or not. It took its time. Our special does a lot of damage when it's charged up, and this isn't even the full potential of Demeter, but now I understand that Demeter does have its uses.
In the name of Hades.
Nothing. Unlucky. Alright, so I guess we'll just take Sunken Treasure. I didn't have any rerolls, unfortunately. I have enough gold that I can afford this, so a little bit of extra darkness goes a long way for unlocking things on the mirror. Cool, cool. Alright, Zeusy.
Are you hungry?
Zeusy, I'm home.
I'll pay for that.
Well, we didn't get anything that we wanted in the end. I mean, we got more than enough of what we wanted, I suppose, but we didn't get all of it. Chain lightning effects bounce more times before expiring, +6. That's not going to be terribly relevant because I think it has to bounce to 2 different enemies. It can't bounce to the same enemy. So it will be useless against Hades. So we'll take Billowing Strength. After using your call, you deal 24% more damage for 15 seconds. That does sound pretty darn solid. And 1 pomegranate for the road. A little bit more damage on the jolted effect, sure. Alright, Charon, let's do this.
The prince persuades the underworld's ferocious guardian to move aside.
Just know that while this build is incredibly strong, it could have been incredibly stronger.
Bye.
Alright, Kiwi. Let's see how this goes. It's our uncles against our dad.
Looking very stately there, father.
Like a statue.
I wonder, boy, who's going to kill whom this time around.
You know full well we're not even close to the heats we've been running on where we lose to you, and I'm running one of my better weapons with a really strong build. Alright, Hades, let's just prove the point.
Sure, you could have avoided that.
I could have, but I don't need to. Observe. Okay, maybe I should focus on a little bit on avoiding.
Rest in peace.
Gave me a shielder, lame. Alright, I'm forgetting that I'm supposed to be using Poseidon stuff here. Ah, I thought he was going to attack. I was just responding to his physical movement. Oh well, we got rid of his minion. He clipped me with that? Bad. Alright, I was going to just gimmick him and Poseidon dash him, but it doesn't actually seem to be doing that much damage, so we'll just go ahead and do this.
Of the underworld.
Punch, 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 punch.
Rise from the
I'm waiting for him to become vulnerable, and oh, well, I was a little too slow. Oh well. Was that a skull that did me in there? Feels kind of lame. No matter. We're just gonna dash about and do a bunch of damage to dear old dad. And when he disappears, we kill his friends. Oh right, I should use my special. Oops, forgot about that.
Let's finish.
You know,
this, then.
like half the build. Like the entire identity of this weapon is
Let's see you deal with this.
using its special effectively. Come on, use your lasers. Come on, use your lasers. Terrible decision, my... Terrible... Oop. Well, okay, me dashing into your lasers is also a terrible decision, but we'll call it even then. I think I'm at the point of I can just hold attack and win. Oh, let's just prove that point by getting my full chaos, my full god gauge up. Gonna wait till he phases. There we go. And a 3, a 2, and I'm untouchable. And the run is over.
This is assisting our domain.
Trying to use my dashing or my explosive special, but I keep forgetting to use it in the middle of a dash. You're gonna laser me? You're gonna laser me. Just kidding. You're not.
I shall keep coming back. The same as you.
Yes, you will, and I'll see you in the next run.
Fair. Well.
Say hi to Charon. I'll see him in a second, too.
See you at home.
Alright.
In the name of someone very sore right now.
In the name of someone very sore. So I realize I can use my mouse here to really, like, click things in. So, how do I remove rush kick? I mean, it doesn't terribly matter. I just want to make sure this is on here. Oh, I can't click and drag? I thought I could. Oh well. No matter. +2 Titan blood for the run. Actually 3, because we got one from Meg.
Despite having transcended past the confines of the underworld yet again, Prince Zagreus proves utterly unable to get past this point.
And down here, oh, he did the little Terminator hand. Alright, well, there's another win. Added to our ever-growing list of win streaks.
Well, that was pretty good, all in all.
Just keeping watch over the pull of sticks there, same as always.
Same as always, Hypnos. Don't you ever change. If I know for a fact, like, if Hypnos was there and I said that to him, he said, don't worry, I won't.
Lad, all this generosity, I'm just an old killer. Yet you treat me like I'm the one who's royalty around here. That's about the last thing I would have expected when first I set foot in this house.
You were a great hero, Achilles. And guess what? You still are. And always will be, if you ask me. You deserve so much better than just this. I wish there was more that I could do.
Zagreus is a sweet boy.
Thank you, then. And do not worry about me. I'm fortunate to be here. And besides, a teacher couldn't have asked for a better pupil.
No, he could not.
Other way, I wanted to ask you more about Nyx and Chaos, sir. So they just drifted apart. I mean, why not just keep in touch? I don't understand. How hard is it just to say hello from time to time?
It can be harder than you know. For someone like Nyx, she was responsible for no small part of creation herself. As her relationship with Chaos grew more strained, she gave birth to strife, misery, doom, sons and daughters you don't hear about too much.
Okay, Strife was Eris. Misery, I'm not sure. I don't... Would that be Nemesis? I'm not 100% sure. And Doom I know is Moros. Look, I know some Greek god characters, and it's only because I've played Hades too, I swear.
What, really? I've never heard Hypnos or Thanatos mention any of them, let alone Nyx. They sound like a handful. Where are they? What happened?
I don't know, lad. On the surface, I suppose. My point is, Nyx had her own problems to contend with. Dealing with her brood, governing the underworld all on her own before your father arrived. Her relationship with Chaos suffered for it.
I can believe that. I mean, just having one kid to contend with can be a lot, and she had at least 5. Thanatos, Hypnos, Nemesis, Eris, Moros. I wonder if there are more. I feel like there might be one more, but I can't think of that. Oh, the Fates. Did she give birth to the Fates? I think she might have. I may be wrong about that, but I don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't visited Hades' room. Let's see what's in here. If I recall, it's a whole lot of capes.
Resources Director.
Resources Director? What are you?
It's been a while, Resources Director. I'll be sure to pay you a visit whenever I'm swimming in underworld valuables and want to feel better about myself in my new role.
Okay. Congratulations, you officially serve the House of Hades as its dedicated security specialist. Your work is conducted in relative secrecy. Employment is at will for an indefinite term. You should earn sufficient resources during your efforts. Should you earn sufficient resources during your efforts, you may donate them back to the underworld via the Resources Director to whom you just spoke. To advance in rank and earn a fancy badge. Your rank is purely symbolic, carrying no additional responsibilities, though it may induce a sense of pride, which every god should have. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to go spending darkness until we have our mirror fully upgraded, and then even then there are other things to unlock, like further conversations with the gods and that sort of thing. So it's cool to see, though.
You ever think of giving Thanatos a break, Father? He seems to have more than his fair share of work of late.
Blame the blasted mortals for perishing so easily, or blame Lord Ares prior to accusing me. With their surface wars, not only do they kill each other readily, but also often subsequently perish from the consequences of it all.
Mm-hmm.
What wars? What's going on up there? Why don't the other Olympians do something?
Bah, how should I know? The mortals are equipped to settle their petty differences by any number of means. You have to make room for them all sooner or later, regardless.
That's certainly a way of looking at it.
Something tells me at least some of the wars waged are at the impulse of the gods.
You always offer means to quench my thirst, my friend. A wonder that I have such feelings even now.
Now that you've started singing once again, I figured it was thirst-inducing work. Your music stirs so many souls around here, mate.
Hurry up and teach me how to play the lyre, please. Or lyre. I want to see that.
Be strong out there, my friend, okay?
Okay.
Nyx, I hate to be a bother, but I wanted to ask you about Chaos once again. Won't you at least try to reach out to them?
It is for Chaos to reach out to me if they wish to reacquaint themselves with me. Child, it would please me if we spoke no more of this for now.
I see. I'm sorry to have troubled you. What news, Spirit?
I really should be back in Asphodel already. Cause of death, laughter. Well, of all the ways to go, I guess that one's not the worst way to go.
Meg must have gone back already.
Hopefully it was good laughter.
Achilles making the rounds.
Well, my tummy just held a 2-second long growl, so I'm gonna eat breakfast after this episode, I think, Kiwi.
Look at what I caught, Chef.
What have we got? Nectar and gems. Okay.
I'm much obliged.
Go say hi to Mom.
Tell me something, Zagreus. Sometimes I fear... Do you hate him? I mean your father. Regardless of his intentions. It sounds as though he made your life extraordinarily difficult. All his pent-up fear and anger. You bore the brunt of it.
Do I hate him? Mother, I don't know that I hate anybody, really. The tales of him and the Olympians rending their immortal Titan parents to bits. I can't relate to how they must have felt. But I resented him for sure. And I don't know if I'll ever get over that entirely.
This right here is... Like, I love Supergiant Games character writing, but I really, really like this because it's so complicated to describe and explain Zagreus's relationship with his father. And it's such a, like, I mean, where else would you be able to hear someone say, well, considering my relationship to my father and then my father's relationship to his father or his parents, like, it's really not as bad. My parents were at the point of tearing my grandparents limb from limb and locking them up for eternity. What a, like, it's obviously a weird way to justify how he feels and, like, take a step back and realize I don't think I have that level of hate for my father, but I do have these negative feelings. There's a level of nuance and I appreciate it.
I understand. I think that when Hades told you he asked no forgiveness, he understood as well and meant it. Well, for all his failings, I'm thankful that he did not teach you how to hate. For your own sake, if not for his.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think he tried.
Oof. You might be right about that. There's a lot of baggage to unpack there, and we've seen a lot of where it comes from. Hades constantly criticizing. Oh, hi, Meg.
Zagreus.
Forgetting there's something in my bed chambers there, Meg.
No, we need to talk again. My sisters are involved now in all this. You've really stirred up quite a mess.
So I wonder if you wouldn't get this dialogue if you didn't do Pact of Punishment, extreme measures.
I know. I'm sorry, but this is something that I have to do. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't know. What I'm trying to say is, with my sisters involved, it changes things. It takes some of the pressure off of me.
Some of the pressure? Wait, what are you going to do?
I'm saying I know you're doing what you have to do here, Zagreus. And my sisters and I will always try to stop you. But I'm only doing it because I have to. Understand?
Meg. She...
Oh. Aha. Alright, we got a little bit further with Meg's relationship then. That's exciting. So basically what it's trying to tell us is Meg is doing this because she has to.
It's never bedtime here.
Not because she wants to.
Night, give me strength.
Alright, Kiwi. Let's go say goodnight to Skelly and call it a day. I'm gonna go eat something because my stomach is just perpetually rumbling.
Listen, boyo. I don't know exactly how to put this, so I'm just gonna come right out. I need your help with something, and I'll be honest, I don't think you're gonna like it.
If it doesn't involve hacking away at you with reckless abandon, Skelly, I don't want to hear it. But, oh, you're being serious.
I am. And funny you should put it like that. Boyo, I am asking you to get me out of here. Permanently, if you catch my drift. This standing around stuff just kind of wears on you after a while, you know?
Oh no.
I know. I can only imagine. Tell me what I can do.
Skelly is feeling... Skelly's got burnout from work, Kiwi.
That blade of yours back there, it's got a special power. You gotta spruce it all the way up. Your aspect, not somebody else's. Then let me have it with that thing, and I'm out of here.
So it wants us to fully upgrade the aspect of Zagreus on the sword.
Then you'd be dead forever. You're asking me to kill you.
I know it's a lot to dump on you, but I got my reasons. I don't exactly have a lot of options here, so give it some thought. Till then, we'll act like nothing's changed, all right?
Okay.
All right. Maybe.
Oh, it's a prophecy, so I guess we have to do it.
Wanna try that thing out?
The form in which the Blade of the Underworld first revealed itself gets bonus attack speed and move speed. I guess that could be a fun build if we went with like the Lambent Flame, or we went for like a Hermes build if we could get one going. But we're not gonna do that just yet, Kiwi. We're gonna take Exegriff and we're gonna unlock something fancy.
I see your prideful fall down from the heavens to the flames.
The aspect of Lucifer, you have the Igneous Eden, which launches volatile hellfire.
Grant me the aspect of Lucifer.
As he fell from grace, he nonetheless fought back in all his defiant fury. So I believe the way this works, let's see. Alternate moveset. Beam attack deals ramping damage. Special launches Hellfire. Hellfire. Destructible bombs radiate damage and stagger foes nearby, exploding in a large blast.
Looking good.
Okay, so it drops little bombs, and if we laser it, it explodes. Fancy. Does one... Can I have multiple... I can have multiple Herald Fires. They do pulsing damage. And I think one explosion will trigger the other. Let's see. It does. Okay, so we could burst things down pretty badly with that. Interesting. So it has ramping damage, so it does more damage the longer you maintain that laser, but it does have limited ammo still. Ooh, there's quite a delay on the attack, actually. That's gonna be a little hard to parse. I wonder how that scales with other abilities. I guess we'll have to think about what makes most sense for this in a synergy later. But with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you sleep.
Won't be needing it.
If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, Kiwi, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go eat breakfast.
All that damage? That was nothing, pal.